Good morning, church. It's a pleasure to be in front of you. I just want to testify about the goodness of God, about what God has done in my life. Let me just go back to 2014 when I first joined the church. Way back then, if I look at my life, I was a maha loser. Example, I was kicked out of 3 colleges. 2010, I went to St. Joseph's College in Bangalore. What I did was that I got into the wrong company. I partied with the wrong crowd. I never attended the classes, so I was not able to reach the minimum attendance. So I got kicked out of St. Joseph's. I went to Delhi. Same thing happened. After that, came to Patkai Christian College. Same thing happened. And so my point here is that in my past, I was basically a loser. I was just a person who quitted when I faced any opposition. So it was in 2013, I clearly remember, December 13, 2013, that I met the Lord. That I decided to surrender my life to God. And that was the turning point in my life, I should say. From there, yes, my life did not change drastically. There was no overnight change. But from there, I saw that gradually God began a new work in me. And that is how in 2014, I came to the church. Ma'am also still remembers clearly the condition that I came. And it was over a process of being taught under the leadership of pastor. It was over a process of listening to what pastor had to say. Example, I learned a lot of things. I learned about the principle of faith. I learned about how we are righteous through grace. And that God is a God of second chances, third chances. So that is how, under the leadership of pastor, I was so blessed in many ways. And after that, I decided to start giving my civil services examination. And I attempted multiple times. This is my 3rd interview and my 4th mains. When I first wrote the exam, I went through a string of failures, like in my college days also. But somehow there was this conviction inside me that God has called me for something great. That God has called me to be in the government also. That is why this year, by the grace of God, despite being a failure in life, God has really helped me to crack one of the hardest examinations in the state. So I'm really grateful to God. And I just want to encourage many young people, especially. I'm also a teacher, so I see hopelessness among many young people. Especially they are worried about their careers, about what they are going to do in life. But I want to encourage you, see, God has a plan and a purpose for each and every one of us. There is life even outside the government job. You should not only think about life only in terms of government service. There's so much more than the government job. So I want to encourage young people here, be bold, step up. Because God has called us to live a life of excellence. God has called us to succeed. See, because you may think of yourself right now, I'm a failure, I'm a loser. Well, that's good because I was a loser, I was a failure. But see, if God can turn my life around, so can He do yours. So thank you.